The other day, I booted up the mobile shooter Critical Ops for the first time in what felt like a year. Probably felt like a year because, well, it was. I mean, sure, I loaded up here and there just to try a new gun or map or something, but it would usually end up in me getting stomped on by sweats who spent the last however many years this game's released playing it like it's pro league. The point is I haven't seriously played this game in a very, very long time. It always held a special place in my heart, and while revisiting it the other day, it brought back memories of me playing this at the lunch table in middle school. I grew curious. This game must be really old, and as it turns out, Critical Ops was so old it was the first of its kind. My journey began with the YouTube search. From there, the Critical Ops YouTube. Naturally, I went to the oldest uploads. Sure enough, the first upload was over 6 years ago. What did I just watch? I sat there in disbelief for a moment, and then an ear-to-ear grin plastered my face. At that moment, I knew I needed to document this. Critical Operations was developed by a small Finnish indie game studio by the name of Critical Force. The man who pioneered all this? Veli-Pekka Pereinen. I know I butchered it, just this guy, okay? Just bear with me here. You know who he is, it's this guy. This guy. Pereinen set out with the hopes of finally delivering an esports experience to mobile. In 2010, that was, well, insane. I mean, sure, there are mobile FPS games, but most people can't comprehend mobile esports in 2020, and nowadays we have tablets and gaming phones and devices with as much RAM as my gaming rig, international competitions, mobile games that can be cross-play with consoles and PCs barely. Back in 2010, nothing. This is a foreign concept. Not just considered impossible, but something no one even bothered to think of. Phones were tools back then. Gadgets that had little mini-games on them if you're bored while on the bus or sitting constipated over the toilet. Not used for hardcore gaming. At all. But Pereinen set out to change this. In 2012, he founded Critical Force Ltd. With the combined elbow grease of him and his dev team, precise number unknown, he set out to achieve the impossible, to bring esports to mobile.
Alright, so I got
The first iterations of these quote-unquote mobile esport titles was a little-known game by the name of Critical Strike Portable. Released in August of 2015, it was effectively a janky CS clone. No one may have known it at the time, but this may have been one of the most defining moments in mobile gaming's history. CS Portable proved that despite graphical limitations, weird mobile controls, and a niche community, the dream of playing esports title, while at the dentist's office, was possible. I tried downloading the game for myself, but unfortunately it can't run on Android 10. I'll leave the download in the description so the tech-savvy people can try getting it to work for themselves, but for now, all I have is old gameplay footage. Now, from what I can tell, people were not too thrilled with this game. It was janky, even for 2015 mobile game standards. And in the words of Exotic Gaming,
why did I even choose this game? This game is like, out of a 1 to 10, this game is like a 4.
Pereinen and his team didn't stop there though. That was just the beginning. Critical Ops was released just a month later, in September of 2015. That clip you just saw, that was the Critical Ops Android Alpha. It looked awful, sure, but at the time this was revolutionary. This pushed the limits of competitive games on mobile. Now, don't get the wrong idea. Mobile FPS games were around for a very long time prior. Such as the Modern Combat series, which has titles as early as 2009. That's probably before some of the people watching this were even born. But none had achieved the level of competitive play Critical Ops had. Within a year of its full release, the game had a steadily growing competitive and pro player base. And since then, the game has been adapting, evolving, and changing over time to become the Critical Ops we know and love today. So, why does this matter? Why did I produce a whole long-form video essay on this? Well, I've been playing mobile games for years, and even some games competitively. I've seen entire market change over the years, and I witnessed firsthand the rise and fall of games like PUBG Mobile, Area F2, Standoff, and etc. And through it all, Critical Ops. Would it be accurate to say that all those aforementioned titles were there because of Critical Ops? Well, no. But think about this. If Parainen revolutionized and pioneered an entire genre of gaming by developing something never before seen on an entire platform, then who's to say the next group of pioneers isn't just around the corner? So guys, this took a really long time to make. Definitely one of my favorites so far, though. I love the way it turned out. If you did too, you know what to do. You're probably subscribed if you're seeing this, because this isn't really gonna pop up on any searches. It's not, epic War in Arms leaks, so it's not gonna get as many views. So for that reason, if you guys liked it, you think you know someone else who might enjoy it, well, I'm gonna share it with them. Be like, hey, I found this really sick video. Pretty awesome. You might give this a watch, that would be cool. I would appreciate that. But is that of mine, guys? Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I'll see you next time I'm bothered to upload.